Good afternoon, Tarleton. I'm Todd Coley, and this is the Texan Sports Minute. It's been a busy weekend in sports with tons of action, and I'm here to recap it all with you. Sports headlines from this week include your Tarleton Texans remaining perfect at 15-0, the Texans lose only the second game of the year, Kevin Durant scoring 30-plus for his 8th consecutive game, the Super Bowl set, and MLB finally accepting instant replay, and the Yankees also inking Tanaka among the A-Rod drama. Saturday night, the Texans hosted the Cameron Aggies, and Texan Mabry had a career night scoring 21 points for Tarleton. The Texans won the game 76-52 to keep their undefeated record going. According to Tarleton Sports, the victory pushed the all-time record for Tarleton to 725 and 724, which is the Texans' first ever winning record. Tarleton had a 33-24 lead at halftime. However, 33 points was their second lowest first half total of the year. Texan Mabry had 18 of his 21 in an explosive second half effort. The Texans bench really did a number to Cameron, outscoring their bench by a score of 40-14. This win makes the Texans 4-0 in conference play, and now they are in sole possession of the lead for the Lone Star Conference. They take to the road tonight and play in Canyon against the West Texas A&M Buffs at 7:30 p.m. The Texans lost only their second game of the year, 69-64 to Cameron. The 14th-ranked Texans experienced their first home loss this season and had not lost at all since November 19th against Northeastern State. The Texans had an 8-point lead with 11:28 left, but Cameron started a 24-14 run, which ended with a three-pointer putting Cameron up 2 points with only 23 seconds left. Kira Wright had a strong performance with 18 points and 16 rebounds, and the Texans will look to rebound tonight as they travel to Canyon to face West Texas A&M. And for national sports news, the AP is reporting Kevin Durant continued his hot streak against Portland last night with 46 points. Durant scored 11 of his 46 in just the last 3:23 to put the Thunder over the Trailblazers 105-97. This was Durant's 8th game in a row with 30-plus, which is a career high for him, and he scored the 46 on only 25 shots. For the Trailblazers, they finished their road trip at 500, with a blowout win over the Mavs included in their 4-game trip. LaMarcus Aldridge had 29 points and 16 rebounds for the Blazers, but had a poor shooting fourth quarter, going only 1 for 8. Durant will see if he can remain hot tonight against the Spurs in San Antonio, where the two teams will battle for the best record in the West. The Super Bowl is setting up to be a good one, as the number 1 offense will face the number 1 defense when the Seattle Seahawks meet the Denver Broncos next Sunday. The media leading up to the game will surely focus on Seahawks defensive back Richard Sherman, who has a now famous rant on live television after the Seahawks beat the Niners last Sunday. All eyes will be on Sherman, seeing if he will trash-talk Peyton Manning and the wide receivers like he normally does to his opponents. This will be the first time since 1990, when the Giants and Bills played in the Super Bowl, that the matchup will be number 1 offense versus number 1 defense. Such matchups have taken place 4 times in the Super Bowl, with the top defense winning 3 of those 4 times. This is also the first Super Bowl matching the number 1 seeds in the last since 2009, when the Saints and the Colts met each other in the Super Bowl. If Peyton Manning wins, he will be the first quarterback ever to lead 2 different franchises to Super Bowl victories. The MLB finally took a step into the 21st century last week as they decided to let in instant replay. For a breakdown of what is reviewable and how the new rules will work, we go to the AP for video.
Major League Baseball moved to the 21st century today, joined technology, and announced that basically every play that you see on a baseball field can be reviewed by instant replay, most everything except balls and strikes. Managers will get one challenge. They see a play from the dugout, they don't like it, they come out very peacefully, no arguing and waving their arms. They come out and tell the umpires, the crew chief, I want to review this. They get one challenge. If they're correct, they get one more. Then after the 7th inning, the umpires take over and decide what can be reviewed and what's not. Baseball had some concerns about the pace of the game, but they also thought, what's better, have a nice clean review or have a manager come out, spit, yell, throw his hat, kick his hat? It might be a good show for the fans, but baseball decided all in all it would be faster and cleaner to just have reviews. The one play that cannot be reviewed is what's called the neighborhood play at second base, when a shortstop or a second baseman sweeps across the bag trying to turn a double play and relays the ball to first base. There were a lot of concerns from teams, from players, from most everybody, that if you really made those shortstop and those middle infielders touch the bag every single time, they might get wiped out by hard slides. They might have season-ending injuries. So as for now, the umpires are going to make those calls at second base. If they see the guy touch the bag or he's close enough, you're out.
And possibly in an effort to overshadow all the A-Rod news, the Yankees have officially signed star Japanese pitcher Masahiro Tanaka for $155 million in 7 years. On top of the $155 million, the Yankees will also be paying a $20 million posting fee to his former Japanese team, the Rakuten Golden Eagles. During this offseason, the Yankees have now signed Tanaka, Carlos Beltran, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Brian McCann, which is $438 million in contracts. Tanaka was 24-0 with a 1.27 ERA last year for the Golden Eagles. These deals, including Tanaka, put the Yankees at $203 million for next year's payroll. This will be adding to an already impressive starting pitching lineup consisting of CC Sabathia, Hiroki Kuroda, Ivan Nova, and now Tanaka. The Yankees will be fighting hard in the AL East next year. Well, Tarleton Texans, that pretty much wraps up Sports Minute, and it should be able to get you through to next week for your sports fix. For breaking sports news, you can follow me at Texan News Sports. Thanks to Katie Gibbs for producing the show. I'm Todd Coley. Have a great day, Tarleton. Go Texans.